Hello, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. Today we're going to look at a beer from actually the largest Japanese craft beer brewery, I think by far, and they have a connection with Kirin, which allows them great distribution possibilities. You may know them for their beer called Yona Ale. The brewery I'm talking about is Yoho Brewery in Karuizawa, Nagano Prefecture, and they started with Yona, and they've since expanded to a variety of different beers and seasonals and different series. And here is one of their series beers. This is kind of an unusual one. It is called Yoho 好みなんて聞いてないぜSORRY Session Yuzu Ale. And the beer is it's considered a flavored fruit beer because of the yuzu on rate beer. Untapped calls it a fruit beer simply. And on Untapped, there were 2,766 ratings at an average of 3.4 out of 5. A rate beer, 45 ratings, and the average is quite a bit lower, 3.11 out of 5. The last rate beer review was from 2019, so fully 3 years ago. And so I'm assuming that this beer hasn't been produced for a while, and it came out again. It's not 3 years old, for sure. 4.5% session beer, and 13 international bittering units, quite low, but it does have yuzu in it. And I have had this before. I had it about 6-7 years ago. But basically the sorry point here is something like, I'm sorry I don't make the beers that you like, but I make the beers that I want to make, kind of thing. So kind of a rebel attitude, which I think is getting a bit long in the tooth these days. You know, craft beer started out with this kind of anti-establishment rebel attitude, but now I think craft beer is part of the mainstream, and it's kind of unseemly to be, calling yourself a rebel at this point. It's unfortunate if you have it in the name of your beer or the name of your brewery, something like Heretic or, Punk, the Punk IPA or that sort of thing. I mean, these are huge corporate entities now. In any case, enough about that. Let's get to the beer. This is a Session Yuzu Ale. And I did rate it a while back. I didn't really like it back then, but we'll see how it is now. This cost me 298 yen in the store, approximately, I'm guessing maybe around $2.50 or so. Okay, so it is a very cloudy sort of pastel yellow, kind of a bit of maybe yellowish brown, or brownish yellow. Maybe that's better, brownish yellow, with a kind of thick, blocky, spongy head. Okay, well, the nose certainly is yuzu. Very spritzy. It seems more like zest than just yuzu juice. Very nice, kind of refreshing nose. Flavor's very light, very thin, a light citrus bit in the beginning, and some malt in the mid palate, and it returns to citrus in the finish. Very dry throughout. Very little malt sweetness. Something mildly unsatisfying in the mid palate. It floats up and promises something and then flattens out into almost nothing at the end. I rated this 2.8 out of 5, and that was 7 years ago. I'd probably give it maybe around a 3 now, or 3.1. It's pleasant. The nose is very pleasant, but the flavors just kind of disappoint. And A little bit of salt in there too. In any case, yeah, you might want to give this one a go. It's probably around in markets now. It's called Yuzu Konominante Kite Naize Sorry Session Yuzu Ale. 4.5%, 13 international bittering units from Yoho, the largest craft beer maker in Japan. That's it for today. I hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and I hope you leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about Yoho beers. If you've had any of them, they do export, and I think I've seen certainly Yona Yona Ale in the U.S. They may export to other countries as well. That's it. Bye-bye.